And so I think the first thing that you have to do once you know that you are being awarded BEAD money is go back to the data that you developed that led to the award. So you want to go to the list of census blocks. You probably already within census blocks are aware of community anchor institutions that are there. So now if you have an awareness of where potential clients are, then the next step is to get contact data that works with those. So you could subscribe to a third-party service such as Zoom Info or something like that. But it's at that point, you already know what's out there and you know that they're going to be at least in proximity to your fiber. The goal is to get the fiber onto their property, and to do that you have to start those conversations. So the first thing is go right back to the data that won you the award. And so in this situation, we have to think about whether or not you requested BEAD money to fulfill commercial enterprises or that of residential. So whenever you look at those, and they could be both. You might have a segment that's dedicated to residential development, one that's residential or commercial development. And I guess the way that you want to prioritize those is start with communities of interest. So let's take a hospital, for example. Hospitals are not in the middle of nowhere. They're where a good portion of a town or a city can get to them. So if you start with a hospital or a school, again, kids get bused to school, but they don't get bused 30 miles. Your schools, your hospitals, your police stations, your sheriffs, all of those CAIs are typically pretty close in proximity to all of your other prospects, be those residential or commercial. So prioritize those CAIs and finding out what they have today, what they'd like to have, how things are working, how things are not, and then go out from there so that you start with those anchor institutions that we're hoping to get fiber to in the first place, and then you can look to your fiber to the home opportunities, your multi-dwelling opportunities, etc.